What's up, y'all? It's your boy Built for Anything, and welcome to another episode. Now, I actually got bad news, man. I gotta actually send out my Canon 5D Mark IV. I love this camera, but I gotta send it out to Canon because I'm actually getting C-Log installed on it. And for those of you who don't know what C-Log is, I can't believe I even know what C-Log is. Basically, it's a flat profile that it's one of the color profiles that's on your camera. So because it's a flat profile, it's gonna make it easier for me to color grade. And unfortunately, it's not something like I could do, like it's not a software update. It's something that Canon has to actually do some work to the sensor. So I have to send it out to them, wait a couple of days for them to do it, and then send it back to me. And if you're wondering, no, it's not free. It's actually $100 for them to do. Yeah, I know it sucks, but you know, I'm constantly trying to improve the quality of what I do. You know, I really like taking pictures with this. I really like filming with this. And if having a flat profile internally, natively, without, you know, me making my own type of adjustments and then being able to color grade, that's something that's really important to me, and it's actually worth the extra money. So I'm gonna be without this for a few days. So I'm actually shooting on my Canon 70D, which is the very first camera that I was using when I first started this channel. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of my videos is gonna be on that. But I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to just kind of share a thought that came to my mind today. Last night I was working on Adobe Photoshop, right? And I was creating a thumbnail for my podcast that I'm gonna be releasing very soon, hopefully today. And you know, I was practicing some things, and I noticed that when I tried, I had three or four photos, right, that I was trying out. And I wanted to change the background and add letters and do a couple things to it, right? And you know, a lot of what I do is self-taught. Like, I didn't go to any schools, anything like that. A lot of the information I get is off of YouTube, and I just practice. And I started looking up some methods, and I started practicing. And I did it to one photo where I changed the background, added the letters, did a couple other things. And I did it for the next three photos. And I noticed that, you know, the more I did it, the quicker it just came to me. It was like 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. And when I first looked at it, it was so like intimidating. You know, Photoshop was intimidating to me. And I think back, right, at, you know, Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, Adobe Audition, which is what I'm messing around with now to basically edit my audio and have the sound quality be very, very improved. So I use Adobe Audition for the podcast, and I'm probably gonna start using it to edit the audio that I do for my videos. But I just noticed that, you know, all these things were so intimidating at first. And it wasn't until I got into it and I practiced and I kept doing it, I look at where I am now with it and how comfortable I am now compared to the very beginning. Like, most people are good in one area and not the other. There are people that are really good at editing, don't know anything about photos. There are people who are good at photos, don't know anything about video editing. People who are good at both, but don't know anything about sound. And I think, you know, for what I'm doing, I really do appreciate the fact that I get to dabble in different areas, and I'm realizing that I'm improving in a lot of those areas. And so it had me thinking about another story, right, that I wanted to share with you guys. I remember when I first got into boxing, right? This is back when I was in New York. I went to this, I can't remember the name of the boxing gym, Gleason Boxing Gym. Shout out to them. And I remember I walked in, met with one of the trainers, and I was like, look, you know, I really want to pick up this craft. I really want to, you know, do it just to kind of get in better shape. And boxing has always interested me. And so up until that point, I was just like basically, you know, lifting weights and running and just doing, you know, the basic stuff. And so I met with this trainer. He's like, cool, here's the rate. How often do you want to come? So I said, you know what, I'm going to try to do at least 2-3 times a week. And so I remember I used to go in there in the beginning, And we started like from the very bottom, footwork, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, a lot of conditioning, and just really taking our time. And for me in the beginning, it was frustrating because it's like you walk into this boxing gym and you see all kinds of age groups, and you see everybody just feels like they're on just another level than you. And so you want to get to that point so quickly, right? Like you see people hitting the bag, and I remember like the speed bag was something that I struggled with. And you see people just do it so flawlessly. And in the beginning, we was just taking it step by step. Like it was, and I'm a southpaw because I'm left-handed. So it was like jab, jab, right? Left hand, jab, jab, left hand, uppercut, 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 right hook, left hook. And just learning these techniques, we would just practice it. And then I started to come on my own outside of the training sessions and just practice. And I want to say this went on for like a good 3-4 weeks, right? Just practicing. And when I remember, I'll never forget this one day, right? Me and my trainer, we're working. And we doing, usually we do some mid work. And we doing some mid work, and I'm just noticing like everything is just coming together. And so we're going, and he literally like stopped, and he just dropped the gloves on the floor. Like he had like the pads, he just dropped the pads on the floor, and he was like, oh my God. He was so amped. He was like, oh my God. He was like, yo, this was your best session. Like you just threw your best combination the whole time. Like he was so excited that I was really like getting it now. And I think about it and I think about what I went through to get to just that point. And don't get me wrong, I didn't do anything spectacular. But I want you to understand that you got to be willing to grind. You got to be willing to like suck for a while. Like I sucked. I sucked at the speed bag, but I just kept messing with it. And I encourage you that if there's something that you want to get into, or you're just like, I'm not really good at it, or it's not going at the pace that you want, understand that everybody's pace is different. But what you should focus on is not just the end goal. You should be focusing on what can I do today to improve. And the way I looked at it was, okay, every time I walked into that gym, I want to give it 110%. I want to try to improve in the areas that I'm in. And I knew that practice, like jumping rope, I sucked at. Now, it was like before every session was jump rope. Before every session, it was like 3, 5, 10 minutes to jump rope. And I noticed that when you practice something and you do it diligently and you just keep doing it, you're gonna get it. Like you're going to get better at it. Like it's just a matter of time. Some people may get things quicker than others, but don't worry about that. Just know that if you stay consistent, you're gonna get it. Like you're gonna get better. And so I just wanted to share that story with you because I thought about it the same way when I was thinking about, me doing Photoshop and Lightroom, and just like everything that was so intimidating to me is not. And over time, as I walked into that gym, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Nothing was intimidating to me anymore. I knew how to hit the bag, the heavy bag. I knew how to hit the speed bag. I knew what to do for conditioning. I was prepared because I felt comfortable because I knew the work that I was putting in. And I just want you to know that if you're working hard, it is going to pay off. Like, don't worry about it. Like, it's gonna pay off. Just keep your head down. Don't worry about how far you've come. Just know that you're heading in the right direction. All right? And if you gotta look back, just know that, listen, you're not heading in that direction and that all the work is gonna pay off. It's your boy, Built for Anything. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Peace and love. Shout out to all the new subscribers. And y'all in the next video. I gotta send this bad boy out. Y'all better take care of my camera, Canon. Peace.